All right, hey, I am here with Richard with Cambridge Consultants. Richard, what do you have going on here?
So here we have DeepRay. DeepRay is an AI platform. What it is able to do is take images that have been damaged or distorted or in some way made difficult to recognize and recreate those images from scratch, and in doing so remove the distortion. So we've got an unusual setup here. Do you want to have a little look
Take a look at the unusual setup. Yep. What are we looking at?
Looking through a distorting lens at some images.
Okay.
These are images we've specifically chosen to be somewhat different. They've got complexity, they've got language, they've got words, they've got straight lines, they've got curves. And here is what the camera is seeing. So if you have a look here, clearly you're looking at a bunch of distorted images, right? The camera is struggling to make sense of what's behind it. Then we apply DeepRay, the platform, and what you get, before and then after. Go to the next one, before and then after. So what's important to say here is this is generative. It is not repairing the image that it sees. It is generating a new image from scratch.
So
based on the
GANs or?
Yeah, multiple stacked GANs.
Okay.
Yeah. So the training is essentially unstructured. It was just a huge amount of images with no particular categorization of these images. It doesn't know what a brain looks like or whatever that animal is. It doesn't know the English language from any other language. It doesn't know what a car looks like. But what it's had is a huge number of images as they were, ground truth, and then those same images with multiple different types of distortion. And from there, it's able to essentially create new images with the majority of that distortion removed.
Okay, so it's kind of self-supervised in a sense.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah.
And is the training corpus, is it something like ImageNet or?
It's bespoke, it's something we did ourselves.
Okay, very cool. And what do you see the primary applications of being?
Sure, so this is kind of like the vanilla version of the platform, okay, with no particular focus to the training data. But there are two very specific areas that we think are obvious applications. The first is in autonomous vehicles, where machine vision is a critical element of those things working well. But of course it's based on cameras and sensors that can have distortions from the real world, rain and dirt and fog and so on. And then in a completely different area, medical imaging. So any kind of imaging of the inside of the body, of course, has inherent distortion from the fact that it's inside the body. Our hypothesis is that a platform like this can essentially remove the distortion, though of course it's actually generating an image from scratch, making it easier to identify areas that require further investigation from a professional. Important to say that tasks like identifying tumours and the like from scans, that's not what this platform is about. And we're in the early stage of those kind of investigations. Can you use generative approaches like this to make identification of problem areas on scans more efficient?
And so does the model generalize well, or would you expect a customer in autonomous vehicles, for example, to collect their own training data that's specific to the kinds of things that they would see?
So what you're seeing here is the model generalized, right? In the sense that these are images that it's never seen before, they're unconnected images. And so here's the performance, right? We think it generalizes well. So if we, just as a reminder, before and after, before and after. But you have put your finger on something, which is that when you built this for a very specific application, then yes, you would tailor the training data to the specific challenge, right? On an autonomous vehicle, you would show it huge numbers of images of vehicles and roads and road signs and so on, which is not what we've done yet. Awesome. So reasonable to think you'd get better results, right? Reasonable to think that you'd see significant improvements from what you see here today.
Great. Thanks so much, Richard.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Great to meet you.